Yokoso Otakus! Today is a very special day for stream. I have with me a actual Disgaea player, unlike me, who has just very lightly played most of the games. I have Greenslade Gaming, and today he is going to be giving me some pointers and some tips in this 1 hour live stream. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and everybody say hello to Greenslade Gaming.
Hey, what up, guys?
All right, there we go. And let us know how the volume is, if anyone has any issues with volume. So, where I'm at right now, Will, is in the main screen. And I think I have most everything unlocked now. I just got the Item World Research Squad unlocked in the game. And,
Nice.
yeah, so, let's see, I'm on chapter 6, episode 6.
Okay, you're a little bit further than me already. Of course, I played the Japanese version, so I kind of already know the whole storyline and stuff, but what is your character list looking like?
All right, so for characters, I have, well, I have a lot of them. So I don't know what
Nice.
particularly.
You got some good level numbers on your levels there. Pretty much even.
I
do you
reincarnated
ever-
a couple twice too now.
Do you ever sort out your character list by pushing that button to what is it? I forget.
Push down on left. Yeah, I got that.
Well,
Jeff,
what it does is it makes it so that your highest level person is on either the top or the bottom, and then it goes down in order. There you go, like that.
there we go. Yep, we got it ordered now. Then yeah, so 68's my highest, and I think that's his second reincarnation, though I can't remember how to see how many reincarnations they've had. Status maybe. Pokemon Marcelo and Rogue and Ramblin' Ryzen and Brett. Got all sorts of people in
Nice.
today.
Got all the boys in here.
Yeah,
All the otakus are here.
all the otakus. Yeah, so yeah, 68's my biggest ones. They go all the way down to, well, 19, but that's kind of a deviant. So 25 is the lowest average.
Yeah, nice amount of characters too. And nice variety.
So what-
You almost got what? You have almost every character already.
I'll show you what characters that I do have unlocked. That's kind of another thing too. I don't really know what classes are kind of the best classes, so to speak. I'm gonna do something on stream really quick too. I want to make my head smaller because I'm kind of in the way of everything. Boop. Mini head. Okay, yeah. So I have warrior.
Mini.
I'm tiny. Let's see. So the latest ones that I've got are, I don't know if do the new ones go to the bottom? Armor Knight's my newest one. That was a hard one for me to get. And I think that kind of happened by fluke.
Yeah, those are nice characters, both of them. The heavy knight male and the female armor.
I haven't pulled one yet. I'm guessing they're kind of tanky. They have like high HP, high defense.
Yeah, their defense is out of control.
Oh, it is. Okay. I'll have to remember that.
And also, the Coral Knight, she can also assist you. Sometimes if your other character is getting attacked, she'll jump in front of your character and take the hit for your character.
Wow, I've never seen that. That's cool.
Yeah, Rogue was the one who used to like use that the most. I'd say out of all the players I've seen, he had it down locked.
Let's see. So Sea Angel's new for me too. I haven't used that one yet. Succubus is brand new. I did get a Succubus because, you know, you have to have a Succubus.
Okay, he said that she did it in 5, so maybe she doesn't do it in this version.
Oh, interesting.
In the newer game. I don't know why they wouldn't put it in. It's one of the better attributes of that character, I think.
So that's interesting. Rogue says a lot of people believe mages to be the best. He wants to know, in your opinion, what do you consider the best classes?
I mean, it all depends on your style of play. The mages, yes, they master the magic and they can hit from very far away, clear across the map and just annihilate anyone. Really, you just find whatever their magic weakness is, and like a good mage will have all 3 or 4 of the magics, counting the star magic, of course.
Yeah. Star magic seems to be pretty powerful from what I've seen. I haven't got it leveled up that great yet, though.
Yeah. I mean, they all have their strengths and their weaknesses. But the mages, yeah. If you have all the elements combined into your mage, it's a deadly character for sure. My favorite, I would say, is the thief. Only because you can steal the weapons from characters, and that's sometimes the only way you can get a weapon or a certain resident from a weapon is just by stealing it.
From a resident?
Yeah, the residents are like characters that
world?
live inside the weapons.
Yeah.
You destroy them in the item world, and it
Yeah.
makes your weapon stronger. And then you can actually take those residents and combine them and move them over to other weapons to add it to that.
So
And that's where like the real strategy comes in, because there's special residents that boost your level, like how many levels you can get, and it makes the game like grinding way faster just by those residents alone.
can you walk me through that a little bit? I'd be interested to hear about
Yeah, go to the item world.
It's a random dungeon fungin!
Yeah, go to manage innocence. So seeing that one in that pot lid, you have the physician, the marksman, and the gladiator.
Yeah.
It looks like they're happy faces, so I think you already defeated them on the map. So you can move those to another weapon, to another pot lid, or to another any weapon really,
Oh, you
or
can
any
move them to anything.
defense. Yeah.
I expected this for the stream. There's so much stuff I don't know because I played this so casually for so long. And I've been into Disgaea and out of Disgaea and into it. Welcome in, John. Okay, so is there... So this one, like the glasses, for instance, they're in there, so I can take them out and then...
Yep. See, just like that.
That's interesting. So I can stack, like... Oh, you can only have so many in?
Yeah, it will show
Oh,
you on there how
population,
many.
I see.
I think it is on max of how many
Yeah.
you can have.
You have a population max.
hmm
Noob.
But that's like, there's certain residents that have like an amazing attribute, like the one that lets you level up super fast. But they're very hard to find, so that's how you have to grind hard into the item world, go deep into the levels, and like you have to look before every match and see, okay, what armor, what weapons do they have, what items do they have, check the innocence on all the items if you find one that you think's good. It really goes deep.
So, technically, then, though, you can. I mean, do you get good innocence from lower level gear too? So it's okay to, or not lower level, but like lower rarity, like common gear. It's still worth it to do item world for that to try to get innocence out of them, or
Like, see how you have multiple marksmen on there? I think you can combine those and it will raise the level up.
I don't know how I do that. Like I put.
Try going back.
I gotta move my power. Oh, it's a power level. The power level?
Yeah, yep. So of course, like, try exiting out. There you go.
Bye!
Oh,
It's a random
I went too
dungeon
far.
fungin!
Manage innocence. It should be there, right in the manage innocence area. It doesn't. Doesn't say. There's an option to farm for innocence. Yeah, they'll give you the option. do you want to see more of these innocents?
I did see that. So like, if I go, let's just pick class.
It might be.
Shoot, I didn't mean to do that. No, I actually entered the world. I'll have to exit.
Good old this guy, huh?
Well, I mean, again, to be fair, I was dumb enough that it gave me. It said, "Do you want to enter?"
I like
Item
this
World?"
map that they gave you. Perfectly like symmetrical on the sides and stuff. It's pretty nice.
I kind of like the small ones.
Yeah. Also, you see those guys that are holding the boards?
Yeah.
And they have the yellow thing. Do you know about those already?
No, I just blow them up. They're
Yeah. Well, they have special stuff that they do. Like that one. It says Job Boy. So I think it levels up your job EXP more.
by killing him.
Yeah. But for those guys, in order to kill them, you have to be able to kill them like with one strike, I think. That's how it was in the past. Disgaea games. I haven't gotten to the item world yet. On Disgaea 7.
You
just
haven't got
released
into the item
yesterday.
world?
No, not yet.
I probably would have beat the story had I not just. Almost all of my game time is in the item world. It's pitiful. I just go just because I like item world. It's interesting to me because so most of my hours of gameplay are Disgaea 1 only, and item world was so messed up, at least on the PS2, where like it was so often where it would randomly generate an impossible map. And
Right,
you'd
yeah,
have-
the characters would be so overpowered you couldn't even get through it.
It's been such a long time since I played it. I remember it being like it would break in things in pieces and like you couldn't
Yeah, and
throw
you wouldn't be able to
someone
throw the
far enough
characters over there.
Yeah, then you couldn't get to the warp or you couldn't get to all the enemies.
Yeah, there's actually boots that enable you to kind of transport like that. So that you can get to other parts that you wouldn't have been able to in the past.
Interesting. In Disgaea 1 then?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's on this one as well.
This is what I expected though. I expected this is a humble pie day for me. You're gonna tell me all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna feel all sorts of stupid, but
Well, I
I'm
mean,
gonna learn.
there's so much stuff on this game. I mean, I could probably even learn something from you just by, watching your stream here and be like, oh, you try something new, you see something new, and you're just like, wow, this is really nice.
Stuff. So another thing Rogue had mentioned earlier too is the evility, and I haven't really got into evilities at all either.
Yeah,
he said
abilities
that
are
was
really
how
nice.
you do the jumping.
Kind of have to go into the left corner of this netherworld map thingy. Yeah, go downstairs and then to your.
Hey,
It's
Skill
his
shot?
right,
Skill
but your
shot.
left. Yeah, right there, the skill shot.
Yeah, and this is I haven't even opened these like at all. I do enhanced skill. I've done enhanced skill a few times because I found that that's been pretty helpful to go in and
Yeah,
like make.
you can make them more powerful, and you can like if it's magic or something, you can make it so that it can hit more enemies at the same time.
Yes, I've done that. So like the magic range. I've done magic range
Yeah.
on. That's been incredibly helpful.
Yeah, and what's funny is that I usually stop at level 3 as well, where it's just the 3 of them, because throughout most of the game they just line up in 3s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not until later on in the game would you want like a level 9 where you could take out 9 enemies at a time.
Oh, you know what I opened up recently too, and I kind of wanted to ask. I think I opened it up too early.
I'll show you
In
the
the
way, dude.
dimensional guide, I opened up last night. Marshall Gahara. Have you played with that at all?
No, I haven't checked that out yet.
So it was supposed to be a training ground, and so I was like, oh, maybe that'll help me like level, because it costs a lot. It was 5,000 mana to do the courtroom, And but man, these are tough. These are not easy at all. And I think they're actually endgame.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think I have seen Rogue do that in the Japanese version. He played those.
Did he?
Yeah, I believe so.
Like I said, the first trial.
How did you get that? How did you get access to that?
Oh, well, I mean, they won't show it now, but you just
To
go
the
to
Dark
Dark
Assembly?
Assembly, and it's towards the bottom, and it was like 5,000. It was right near the. It was. I want to go to the end, and then above that, I want a trophy, and then above that was the. It said Marshall, unlock the Marshall realm or something.
Okay, he said it's kind of like the Trials of Ordeal, or the Cave of Ordeal is what it was called in Disgaea 1.
Come again, dude.
Those are definitely like end game, where you really want to build up levels. You go to, I believe it was level 3 in Cave of Ordeal,
Come again, dude.
and it gives you the 9x9 or the 3x3 grid with 9 characters, and you could just kill them, boom, boom, and keep going over that level over and over and over again. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a level just like that in this game.
Item world research,
I'll be. I unlocked item research squad recently, and I read online that if I do hard candy, it'll help me get
I'll wait
angel
in the
cakes.
shadows.
That's how you get angel cakes best.
Looking for a
Oh, that's a good strat.
Because I wanted angel cakes to do the quest for to create a Myco. I don't know what that class is. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I just
that's
wanna unlock
one of the newer classes in this game.
It is.
It has a lot of attributes to the character. If you can get that, I highly recommend it.
Okay, that's what I'm working on,
Looking
and
for a
I
posting?
kind of heard the item world is the way to do it. I don't really. I don't know. Kind of.
Please come again.
I did it the regular way. I went through the item world and got Myco that way. So that's what Rogue. Thank you, by the way, Rogue. Got
Where to, dude?
Rogue has definitely been playing this game for a while. I had actually brought it back to him when I think I streamed Disgaea 5, it was, and he saw that, or maybe it was Disgaea 4, I don't know, it was one of the Disgaeas, and it brought back his love for the game because he had played it in the past, and just by watching him and playing the game for so long, and him watching me, we've learned so much from each other, different strats and all that good stuff.
So, I was pitifully embarrassed that a viewer left a comment that was pretty good and fair, but it kind of opened my eyes and made me realize I barely played 5. I bought it from that soccer mom, and I thought that I played it for a little bit, and I got sick of it, but I actually don't even think I finished the tutorial in 5, which is really embarrassing.
5 was actually a really, really great version of this game.
I keep hearing that 5 is just like...
Yeah, because it had so much you could do on it that they took away when they made part 6. And it really like got underneath the fans, the otakus of this game. It got underneath their skin. Like, bro, why did you take this away? It was so good in 5. You know,
They removed a number of classes. I saw, because someone asked me if they brought back classes in 6 that weren't, or sorry, in 7 that weren't in 6. And, yeah, I heard, or I pulled a chart up online. It looks like 6 was a significant hit in classes.
Yeah, they didn't have some of the classes that people really liked. I don't think they have all of them in this one either. I could think of maybe one offhand.
Looking for friends?
Just there's a bodyguard character that they had in 4, Disgaea 4. I believe it was in 4, that they don't have in this game, which was a really good character. It was like kind of like the armor knight. They interrupt and give you defense or assist you with an attack and stuff. Another one is they had a scout. Maybe that wasn't the name of it. The scout is in Disgaea 1, but he was like a scout or a ranger. He shot the gun, but he also had a special ability where he could throw out a cannon, and the cannon would shoot whatever's closest to it each turn.
Really?
Yeah, I love that option. There's plenty of times where that thing came clutch and helped me win.
Ramblin' asks, is this just a pure grinding game or does it have a story? No,
Let's
it
talk
has
business.
quite a story actually. And my personal opinion, and probably the reason why I played 7 the most out of any of the newer games, is this one has a fantastic story. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's really funny. So Ramblin', you just
Yeah,
go to
the comedy on this one is through the roof. I think it's one of the funnier ones in a long time.
I think it was it 4 was the last funny one? Or was 4 that funny? I can't remember. I actually just restarted 4 again because it's been so long, and I got the there's a sale on Steam, so I picked it up for Steam. Yes,
Yeah,
this
they
game's
have
great.
some good sales on Steam right now for Nippon Ichi.
Yeah, I think their whole thing.
They had Phantom Brave for $4.99, which I thought was a steal. It's such a great game.
Did you get the DLC stuff at all?
Yes, I did. I got the characters. They actually gave a lot of characters. I don't know if you did or not. Did you get the DLC characters?
I got the season pass and it unlocked all these DLCs, but I wasn't really sure if I should do them now or if they're like the end game.
In the past, those DLC stories, you would have to fight those characters, and they're usually super overpowered, like level 500.
Yeah, no, I'm not ready for that at all. I made a funny
Give me a quick minute here.
I got my glasses. I do have my glasses on today. Is it a full price game? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's Ryzen. It's totally a full price game, and if you want to get the DLC packages and stuff, it's actually pretty significantly expensive. Even in US dollars, I think it's something like 109, 7, something like that for the full complete pack. But yeah, I'm just like, one of the things I want to know about the DLC is like, if I have to wait till I haven't even tried them yet. Kind of, my idea, I thought, is if you beat them, you get a character unlocked. I don't think that I have had anything.
Welcome.
This game
What do you
also
want?
has the other stuff. So these are bonus stories. This is what you get with the season pass. You would recommend post game says. Okay, that makes sense. So you have like bonus story. So it's all the bonus stories came with it. You also get and I can never say her name right. You get this cute little character. She's kind of a badass. And then the starter support set is 10,000 HL, 500 mana, healing items, slippers, and a boost ticket. And they are all that was a free pack. So if you guys just go to the DLC store, you guys can pick that up free. Don't forget to do that, I guess. Not a huge amount, but it's a free thing, and or something. Then outside of that, so that's what the season pass is. Beyond that, you can buy HL bags, mana bags, 2x tickets. That was another thing that I wanted to ask. Oh yeah, Ryzen, you can spend so many hours in this. I mean, even these games are so much more complicated than when I was really playing them seriously. and most of my experiences with Disgaea 1, and I played it casually even. I just like to blow my time on it. I have over 600 hours now. I used to
Don't need
just
anything?
always play it. Always play it. Like my thing when I was all I did was just play Disgaea 1. It was mostly just item world over and over and over and over and over again. I'd stay up all night just to go through random dungeons.
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
and they're so much more complicated now. Like there's so much more for this than ever before.
Right.
I have another question for you, Green Slate, since you're back. In my main menu, I have this thing over to the side. It says Boost X2 86 remaining. I don't know what that means or how to use it.
I believe those are the boost the boost tickets. That was a part of the DLC, right?
That's probably when they showed up, is what I'm assuming. I don't know how to use them. I don't know.
Yeah, go on, highlight that where it says 2x boost ticket.
Where it says boost ticket?
Yeah. Oh, no, it was in there in view DLC.
Oh, it was in DLC.
Yeah, you were just looking at it.
It was in my main menu.
Welcome to the special content
Let's
shop.
see. CJ says, I bought this game for PS4. The normal version. Is the platinum trophy for this game easy to get? I know Disgaea games are tough to plan around. CJ, I don't do any trophies or achievements or anything like that. Rogue might have a good idea, or do you know, Will, about the platinum?
Yeah, to get a platinum trophy on this, you'd have to at least, I know for sure, you'd have to be able to beat Bao. I haven't been that far in this game, so I'm not exactly sure he's on the game. Not 100%, but I'm sure 99% that he's on this game.
Okay.
Bao's like the ultimate boss in the Disgaea series.
Like you break your characters to fight him, right?
Yeah. The only way I was able to beat him before is I had a super leveled up thief, and I was able to steal his items. And once I got all of his items off of him and put them onto my thief, I was able to destroy him.
So, in the content list, I can select the 2x boost ticket, but it just says receive a 2x boost ticket, good for 100 battles. Wow, 100 battles. Each ticket increases HL, mana, and XP. Handy for saving up and training characters.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so for 100 battles, it's just going to multiply, or not multiply, but add to your experience and your mana. So you'll be getting more levels and more mana off of each for 100 battles. That's pretty nice.
So CJ says Primal Liquid as a cheese method for killing Ball in one turn. I think Primal Liquid is the super creator on YouTube. I've seen a really saturated amount of content.
I'll have to check that out. That sounds pretty cool. It has a cheese method for killing Bao. Wow, in one turn?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
If that's the name I'm remembering right, because I don't follow that stuff, but I have seen a lot. There's one creator on YouTube that just dominates Disgaea stuff, and I think that's that person. They have a lot of really great guides and stuff. Indigino, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, says, I never played this series, the game seems complicated. I will say it can be complicated. It's the cool thing about this game, and what I've always liked about it, is I am the most casual gamer of all time. I can play this game. Like, most strategy RPGs are kind of not for me, because it takes so much dedication to knowing all the intricacies of everything. Disgaea, if you want to play through the story, you can do that as a casual. Just have to put a little bit of time into it. You don't need to know every single detail about all the stuff. I don't, which was obvious in my review. I got called out on my video like mad for it. Which is fair. It's fair, but I'm a casual gamer. And I'm able to play it, though, so I wouldn't let that turn you off too much.
Yeah, definitely just go through the storyline. It'll give you a feel of the game. You'll probably really enjoy it. And then after that, you'll be like, okay, so what else can I do on this game? And that's when you start exploring, item worlds and Cave of Ordeals and extra storylines at the end of the game.
So, Rogue says it'll boost the amount you receive. But
Yeah, so
I guess
that's
the
really
question
good.
is,
I
how
would
do I
use
use
those.
a boost ticket though? Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Will?
I would definitely use those, especially if it's for 100 battles.
Yeah, no, I would love to use them. I mean, it sounds like I have a ton of them. I just don't know where they're at or how to.
You see those right there, those abilities you were just looking at. There's
don't
some
use
good
these
ones
very
that you
much
can
either.
find in there. Like most of them, like see how it says axe guard, or staff guard. That'll make it so that people that hit you with a staff or with a knuckle, it'll make it so that you don't take as much damage. That's an ability that you give to them. They don't have to like buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's some really good ones in there, like that revitalizing power. I believe that one, you give those to the healers, and it allows them to heal 50% more to themselves when they heal, compared to the amount that they do to others, to the other teammates.
I feel really. Oh, yeah. Increases the effects of healing spells on self by 25%.
Right. So say she heals 3 people and one of them is her, she's gonna get more healing than the other 2 did.
Welcome in, Clow, and John says the Black Clover anime is 6 years old. That is actually incredible. I didn't think of that. Yeah, see, I guess this is another thing that's kind of like showing how casual I am, because I've been collecting these, obviously, because I like to do the quests. Like, I just like to see them completed. It makes me feel good. Thank you, Chloe. But I don't ever use them, and actually, I just now realized, because I wasn't using them because it says teaches the ability revealing or revitalizing power, and that doesn't mean anything to me. But I found out if you just hit L or R, it tells you.
Yeah, it tells you what it really does. I just learned something from you. The way I've been doing it is I would save before I tried putting one of these on my character, and I would just be like, oh, okay, this isn't what I was looking for on this character, and then I just start the game over off of my save file. But I didn't know you could just push the button like that and it would show you what they're on. That's amazing.
And it looks like you can lock them too, so I'm assuming you can do that.
Yeah,
with
that's so you
better
don't sell
items
them.
You don't want to get rid of. But during
Right.
auto sell, yeah, because there's auto sell, which is another feature I never use. That you enable in the cheat shop, I think.
CD.
Do you ever use auto sell?
I haven't ever seen it because I usually don't use the cheap shop. I don't know if it's new to this game or if they had it in 6 or 5 or 4. But I think, how would that work? Okay, so you can auto sell just certain types of items. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's.
But what
cool.
if you had an item that you didn't want to sell and it automatically sold it?
Well, I think that's what the locking function is.
Okay, yeah.
Like you would go into your menu and then.
Well, because I also know that in the Rosen Queen, when you buy stuff, you can, or when you sell stuff, you can highlight all the items and sell it at once instead of selling over and over and over and over again.
Really?
Looking for
Yeah.
something?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a item hoarder. You can see, like, I don't even buy or sell stuff. I need to use Rosen Queen way more. I used to in the older games. In this game, I just have ignored it.
See where it says select all?
Oh yeah.
You can push that button and then it will highlight all those, and those are the ones that it's going to sell. It won't sell it if it's equipped.
Yeah, I see that too. That's actually cool. Because I wouldn't use a function like that because I wouldn't want to do that. Rogue says that auto sell is in previous games.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. Say if I had a bunch of swords that were like super high leveled and I wanted to keep some of them, you would definitely have to lock them before auto sells. I don't know. I've never
Oh,
tried auto sell before.
interesting.
Thanks.
Yeah, I like to hoard my items because maybe I'm doing this wrong, but when I go to Dark Assembly, I run through each of the categories, and try to see which one they're even interested in, and that's how I get rid of all my slough items, is just dumping them into Dark Assembly people that are like on the fence or whatever. I don't ever do it with
to try
people
to
who are
persuade them.
strong. What?
To try to persuade them to vote for you.
Yes, yeah.
There is one strategy that I do know of. If you have enough mana, you can go into the Dark Assembly and vote on something, and it will get denied at first. But then the second time you go in, it will let you. It will pass it sometimes. Just because you got denied once, definitely try to go again if you have the mana, because they'll sometimes just give it to you on your second try.
Like, so you go in, and when you fail it, you choose give up, and then you come back and
Yeah,
try
and then
again.
go back out, and then go back into it and try it again.
Huh.
I use it
never
all the
thought about
time.
that.
It works good for me.
That's cool.
Like, here's a quick one you could try out. Go into the Dark Assembly, and then
I'll show
pick
you the way,
one of
dude.
your characters. And I don't know if you already have it done or not, but it will say what is it? I want to hit back, and that raises their counter attack.
Oh yeah, I never do this one ever. I need to do this one. Planning on it. We'll do this.
So that one's really good. Go in there and see if they pass it. If they don't pass it, just back out, just give up, come back in, and I'm pretty sure that they will pass it on your second try.
This looks strong.
Yeah, see, so they already gave it to you. Now that you've passed this, almost every character that tries to get that same one that I want to hit back,
Yeah.
they'll get it passed as well.
Really?
Yeah. Like, yeah,
Oh, I
try it
didn't
on your
look.
next guy.
So the percent was 87% was what they said for this one.
Nay!
Or something.
Aye!
I guess I could just skip. We don't need to sit here.
Yeah, I usually get after a long time, after been grinding for so long, you just skip them real fast, and that's how I do.
Yeah, so one thing that I started to do too, we'll try one more here, is I went in and I changed the animations for skills to type, I think it's type A. So there's a type A, I like this, that they have this feature. So there's a type A and a type B. One of the types just straight skips all the animations for like attacks and stuff. The other one though, if you've never seen the animation before, it'll show it to you one time, and then after you've seen it once, they skip it. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that way you can see all of them. I mean, that's one of the goals that I've had in past Disgaeas was I want to see all of the attacks, and they made the special attacks really good on this one. They took like the same style from Disgaea 6, and they just like fine-tuned it. It looks so much like crisper, like fluent to me.
Accepted.
Yeah. Well, so you played the Switch version a little bit. Did you play? You didn't play the Switch version of 6 at all, though, did you?
Yeah, I did. I had it on 6 on Switch.
So, in my opinion, 6 on the Switch, even after updates and stuff, if it wasn't on performance mode, it was unplayable. And
Yeah.
on performance mode, it still was less than I wanted.
Well, one thing that
this
I
one,
always
though, in
thought,
7, this runs so much better on Switch. Sorry.
yeah, this is definitely leaps ahead of 6 when it comes to on the Switch. I did notice though, like the item world seemed to run more fluent on 6 than the regular stories did. I don't know why, but every time like I'd see somebody streaming 6, whenever they were in the item world, the characters, movement, everything just looked way cleaner.
Oh, hey, welcome!
Here's a question for you. So, Juice Bar,
Yes.
I don't ever use the HP, SP, defense. Like, the only ones I ever do are XP and Mana. Is there...
Yeah, I would
Do
say
you have a rhyme and
that
reason
probably a
for-
lot of people do that unless they're really focused on certain attributes. Like for that gunner that you have right there,
Yeah.
you could definitely put his hit up, and it would cause more damage when he shoots people.
Okay, so you would just want to find the stats that you want to boost most for the characters.
Right, and
Like,
depending
so
on what weapon they have, you can put other weapons in characters' hands that they're not efficient with, and you could boost it up through this juice bar. Say, oh, this guy's not very smart.
Going
You know,
so
his
soon?
intelligence is like super low, and just start building up his intelligence with the juice bar, and before you know it, he's as strong as a mage.
Okay. Never really thought to do that. That's cool. Did you see anything in watching me play that you would have done different?
There was one thing that I noticed, but I mean, it's really just nitpicking.
No,
Um,
nitpick, please. That's a big part of what I want for this stream.
So like sometimes when you would do a movement, like you'd move your character out, right?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't attack or anything, but you'd be like, oh, I don't want to have my character at that block. So you would take your character and bring it all the way back to the base. You don't have to do that in this one. You can just click on your character again and push move, and it will automatically let you move to anything again. I don't know if that made sense or not.
No, I didn't. You lost me. You had me for a minute, and then you lost me.
Okay, so like, go into a map on here.
Where to, dude?
I'll actually no.
Yeah, the first one. So, what you would do is pull out a character and like move them
Oh shit, DI is
far
on.
away, far away. Like, oh, you got that. The what's it called on?
Yeah, DI is on.
Yeah. Well, see, like you can still do it right here. Click on that character and then move them like towards those guys. Oh,
I don't
moved all
think
of
I
them.
can control them. Or
Yeah, there's a way you can control them.
I don't know how to turn it off. Here. Oh god. What am I doing? I'll restart.
Try going to a level that you haven't beaten yet.
Well,
That
just
way
turn
it won't-
DI off. I know how to turn it
Why?
off like from the menu. I don't know how to turn it off once I've initiated the map with it.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's off. Now you can go back in there.
Ramblin says you're really selling this. This is a game to sell. It's very fun.
So like, just take one character out and
My
move him.
numbers are solid.
Right?
It doesn't matter what character. There you go. And then now, like, say you didn't move that character all the way to the max amount of movement.
Oh, I see what you're
The way
saying.
you were doing it is where you would take that character and back them back into the base.
Yeah, I would
But really,
go
you just
back
gotta
and-
click on them and you can move them again. See, you just click move, and then yeah, you don't have to go back like that.
So, for some reason, it's funny that you bring that up because for some reason I found recently that I do that out of some sort of a habit for some reason.
It is. Yeah, it was a habit from Disgaea 1.
Is that where it's from?
Yes, it is.
That's crazy that stuck with me all these years though. Like I played that. I mean, the last time I played it was like 10 years ago.
But yeah, they definitely. I forget which one they made that adjustment where you could just click on the character and move them to a different spot instead of bringing them back to the base. Or
Hey, fellow.
it's really convenient.
I have
Like,
been
I
trying
kept
to
seeing you
train
doing
this.
it on your stream one day. I was like, oh man, it wasn't like it was killing you or anything, or it wasn't damaging your characters or nothing. But it's just like, oh, why does he keep doing it? You obviously didn't know.
It's like I said, I should have explained this in the video way better because I did a terrible job. Like the way that I introduced that video, I thought it was a fun way to introduce it, but what it did was it set viewers up to expect that like I knew so much about Disgaea. But
I mean, you
I-
do know somewhat a lot. I mean, most of the time they are the same game. You know what I mean? The same style, same thing. You can go to item worlds. You can go grind. You can go story mode.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like-
there's definitely a lot for sure that's similar, but the game is also, the game series has grown well outside of what I'm most strong around.
No, yeah, it definitely has evolved over time. Some things they do, like newer features and stuff, they're great. Some of them are not as great, and I think they took the best of what Disgaea has to offer and they put it into this into Disgaea system, which is really nice. And I'm very sure that the fans are gonna love this. If there's some things they don't like about it, it's probably just nitpicking. But I mean, we can all sit there and nitpick at certain things of the game, of course. But basically, it is the best Disgaea so far, I believe.
There's a number of people I've seen online though, and I don't know where it comes from entirely. I should probably watch like a video of someone negatively talking about it. But there is a percentage of people that do not believe that this is better than Six.
Oh, it's leaps and years way further than 6. 6 was okay. There's a lot of things that I guess maybe I was just a nitpicker when it came down to it, but there's a lot of things that it didn't do that 5 did. And I guess that's how we kind of compare the games, like, to the last one that was out, right? Oh, is it as good as the last one? Is it better?
Or the
This is
last
definitely
World
better.
War I, yeah.
Well, I mean, we all nitpick at certain things.
I still don't know how to use them. I still.
Yeah,
It's like bothering me.
go to your DLC.
Like from the DLC person.
Yeah, from the character, yeah.
Welcome to the special content shop.
So I'll try it again.
And you'd have to go to apply DLC.
Yeah, so I went to apply, but everything's grayed out and says it's received. That's why, and I don't see anything about boosted.
Check your items.
And that's what,
Come
yeah,
back
that was the first
anytime.
thing that I did before, and I couldn't find him in there. Kill a Kill. Who's my favorite character in Kill a Kill? I can't believe it's. Yeah, because etc. is just the Gency exits. And then there's nothing in the. Well, that's favorite. Oh, Locked gets its own category too. Alright, Rogue says pull your menu up. I have my menu up.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. I've never used a booster ticket before. And I'm
Me
pretty
either,
sure
but
I
figure
do
if I
have
them,
it.
they
So
last for
I would like
all
to use
year
it too.
Some of these characters or the models are fun. The Sammy gun is just like a shark.
That's awesome. I love it when they give like special items like that. And
Yeah.
if you look, it might have like a special tribute to it.
Easy to eat. Sit at the part where it says main menu character item help setting. Okay. Alright, here I am, Rogue. I'm here. Guide me, senpai.
Maybe to the right it says how much you got. Oh yeah, right there. Boost times 2, 84 remaining. So you are already using it.
I am using it?
Yeah, you see underneath where your camera is, it says boost times 2, 84 remaining.
In the settings, you can go to number 6. Oh, here we go. All right, settings. Number 6. Oh, it's a menu setting. So if you have boost, okay, I get it. Your baby's loving watching it. So yeah, you can turn them on and off from here. I don't think I'm gonna keep
That's
them
awesome.
off because it sounds like I've used like almost 20 of them. I used 16 of them. I probably had 100. That's my assumption.
And that's just the boost times 2. Don't you have a boost times 100?
No, I think it boosts times 2 for 100 battles.
Or was it
Wait,
10?
Why did I have that?
Go to the DLC and view it, see what it was.
Well, it doesn't in DLC.
Welcome
It
to the
doesn't
special
show
content
it.
shop.
That's why it's weird. Like if I go to apply DLC, it shows bonus stories only, and then starter support.
No, go to the part where it says view DLC.
It's the starter support set. It came from the starter support set. It gave me a boost ticket. So that's why it says there's 84 remaining. There's 84 battles remaining out of the 100 battles for that one boost ticket.
Right.
Does that make sense? Or am I just pointing out
Yeah.
the obvious?
No, yeah. Yeah, I knew that. What I was saying was you had different tickets too. You had a boost times 2 and a boost times 5, I think it was, and then a boost times 100.
No, those are purchasable. That's when I was in the View DLC.
Okay, so you don't have those ones.
No, these are just saying what I can get. If I remember right, how much are they? Look at the eShop. We'll look at the eShop on the stream. Why not?
Now, one of the things you can also do in the cheat shop is you can make the enemies stronger. So like a quick, easy way to gain levels would be to just play the first world and then just boost them up in level. And
I feel
then
really
you could...
stupid. I never thought about that.
Yeah, so because those enemies are easy, right? So even if they're stronger, you can make them as strong as you are, like a level 65 or something, and then just go in there and wreck them.
They want they want $2.99 for the 10x boost tickets. You get one for one, so 100 battles is.
Okay, so it wasn't 100 times, it's a 10 times. I see.
Yeah. Or you can just straight out buy mana. How much is mana just to buy out flat? 99 cents for 50,000 mana. That's actually not terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
You can also get a lot of mana through the juice bar too, though. Like
That's what I've been
if
doing.
you're, yeah, that's like one of the easiest ways to get mana, I think.
You guys need another boost help. No, we're just gonna do the 2 in the stream today.
Come
I
back
appreciate you in
anytime.
the chat.
AB!
And I think into the hour mark too. Tyler says. "Woo." So in cheat menu, you would go to adjust settings. Yeah, enemy strength.
Yeah.
So is this a multiplier? Is that how that works then? Like if it says level 1?
No, I don't think it's a multiplier. I mean, give it a test. Take it to about halfway, and then go back into the first level and see what level the enemies are at.
That's a good one. I didn't remember what they were the first time.
Where to, dude?
Probably level 1.
The very first level, they're like level 1.
Make sure DI battle's turned off. I don't want to do that again. All right, let's. I don't even need to do that. Level 23. That's a
Not too bad.
halfway.
But your guys are like at level 60s.
You
I actually
sure
know.
about this?
You know, there's another way too. You can pick up those guys and throw them into each other, and it will build a stronger character.
I forgot. I keep forgetting about doing that because for some reason with Disgaea 7, I just have lost my concern to like lift. I use it. I've been trying. Last night I was trying really hard to work on lifting more, like for at least map coverage, because it's really beneficial for map coverage. I keep forgetting that you can actually
Big time
just
for
slam
sure.
characters. I wish the map was oriented like this. I wish this is how you went into the map. I don't like how it does that other angle. It's a very weird angle.
Yeah, no, I can see why. Sometimes I prefer the other way. You can also do more of a bird's eye view instead of the angle that it's at right now.
Oh, yeah. You can kind of flatline. That just looks so weird to me, though. One of my viewers mentioned to help, but I told him it's meant. I don't know what you mean. You're more than welcome to put out tips and stuff on your own in the chat. So let's take it to 100 then. I'm actually curious what happens.
You're gonna take it to all the stars all the way?
Might as well see what the multiplier looks like. I'm assuming.
You just have to remember to turn it off when you go into like the higher levels of the game.
No, I'm gonna go play the next level just maxed out.
Definitely don't want to fight Bao on the hardest setting.
Level 20. Alright, where's level 20 take us to? Xyler is reminding us to save, which is probably not the worst idea. Just
Did you
case.
see that? Go back to that.
Oh.
And it will tell you the more stars you put in, what style of gameplay it said. It said that it is
Really?
hellish on there. When you put all the stars on,
Okay,
it
hold
said
on.
hellish.
I want to go check that out.
CD.
There's these little things I don't notice sometimes. This is kind of fun to play. This actually, I appreciate you coming in today for this because this is pretty cool.
Yeah, when you invited me, I thought it was extremely cool because I mean I love this game so much.
Oh, okay. I
the
see where it
series.
says there. Yeah, current enemy strength
Yeah.
is hellish, super strong, really strong, normal. Let's see what hellish looks like.
Hellish. They're probably gonna be like level 200 or something.
That'd be pretty impressive.
Where to, dude?
That's your level difficulty. Oh, did I? Maybe I chose. Watch him be a level 9,000 and 1. 9,001. Oh God! It remembers
It's over
the...
9,000.
Let us pray.
Level 50. So they just doubled. Don't you dare spoil the DLC. I'm not spoiling DLC.
So, try the method that I said. Go and pick up one of those guys and then throw him on top of one of the other enemies.
I can't remember what the combination. Level 95. Savage. So
Nice.
it's
And
basically, does it add? It just adds straight out. 45 and 45 is 90. But it took him to 95, so it.
yeah,
he
it gave
actually
him a
ended
little
up with
boost
extra
there, huh?
too, yeah. What's your favorite dubbed anime? Actually, like I'll think about it.
The dubbed is like when it's in English, right?
Yeah.
I really like it when they speak Japanese, just because I study Japanese a little bit. Sometimes, like when I first started watching Jobless Reincarnation, I watched it in English. I didn't even start watching it in Japanese until the newer episodes were coming out, and they didn't have it in English yet. So I don't know.
Maybe it was
It's hard
jobless.
Maybe I don't know. I'm an old school fan. Initial D would be a good one for me.
You're going to hell.
They had good English dub in that one.
Yu has fantastic dubbing, especially for the era, like wildly, especially for the era. And 150 is pretty.
Sometimes you might overpower your special skills and it just takes an absurd amount of SP to do it.
At your service.
What?
With the, like, where you go to the skill shop and you did the range, you can also make them more powerful, but it takes more of your SP to use those.
Yeah. Cowboy Bebop. I actually don't even think I've ever seen Japanese Cowboy Bebop. I think I've only seen.
Let's study.
Same with Big O, and the same with Outlaw Star. Pretty much all the Tsunami.
There's another thing that that you can do too, and when you pick an attack like one of those, you can move your character around to get a better shot at the enemies.
What? How do I do that? I am not familiar with that. Is it the Y?
You hold down the Y
What?
button.
How did I never know this?
It's a huge game changer.
No way! That is huge! That's a huge one! Oh! That is savage.
Targeted.
Wow. Okay, here's a good question for you. What's your least favorite character?
That's a hard one.
Getting extermination.
I mean, because each character has their own, like, special abilities and stuff that come in handy. I don't know. Maybe some of the monster characters, just because they can't do a lot, because they can only use one weapon. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, there's two different animal or monster items. They have the red one, which is for like more attacking, and then they have the blue one, which is more for the intelligence and stuff, for the magic. But they can't take like a sword or a knuckle, or you know.
The level meter you have post game up that difficulty so you can semi still have a chance to that level.
He means like at the end when you're doing level grinding and you're just running through the guys with one hit. You definitely want to put those stars up so it's more difficult and you get higher levels, you know what I mean?
Stars. Like in the cheat shop?
Maybe.
You already did it. You already took the stars to the level 20. But he's saying at the end of the game, in order to really get the levels going up, you definitely want to have those up.
Oh. So I think if I had to say the biggest game changer in this game for me, and I'm not saying this is particular to this game, but auto heal at base made me so happy when I found out that was actually an option. I have always, ever since I turned it on, I've never turned it off. Keep it that way.
The auto heal, yeah. I
Lost
learned from
Lambs.
Rogue the other
This
day
is
when
the
he
hospital.
mentioned it. I didn't even know that was an option. Like I said, I usually don't use the cheat shop. I'm more of like a classical, kind of like you, a classical Disgaea player.
Yeah.
They kind of didn't have those things in the earlier versions, so I kind of don't even use them. You know what I mean? To tell you the truth, I rarely even use the juice bar because I kind of feel like it's cheating.
Blessings be upon
You know
you.
what I mean?
Yeah, I think overall though, I do like how this game, like it's interesting because it doesn't have a difficulty meter, but it also does have a difficulty meter through all the options
Right.
that you have. If that makes sense. Like you can make the game easy, you can make the game hard.
For
Welcome
the
to the
question
juice
that John asked me, who's my favorite Japanese voice actor? I really don't have a favorite.
You don't?
Bye
No,
now.
I don't.
You have a favorite character? Maybe a favorite character, or favorite like main protagonist.
I mean, I've watched a lot of anime, and most of them I've actually just like forgotten about until someone brings it up. And they're like, "Oh yeah, I watched that 8 years ago or something." Because I've watched so many, it's hard to like really decide what girl character I like or what voice actor I like. I mean, I could just throw one out. I don't know. Maybe
Tusker Squad's
some of the
here.
Japanese voice acting that they used in Disgaea. I like Flom's voice character. I don't know the name of that lady, but I'm pretty sure she's in some anime as well.
Okay, Rogue says, what I do is if I don't have enough mana or if I'm not really looking to spend much, you could save before you go to the Dark Assembly. You fail. Cannot.
Yeah, so basically it's just like safe proofing it. Say you're about to spend 1,000 mana on
Oh,
a
save,
bill to get
like
past.
save scrumming, basically. Like where you're just...
Yeah, save it up
Try
first,
it, if
and
it
then
doesn't
if
work,
it
you
fails,
just
just go back.
I'm normally not actually a big fan of that tactic, but I will say the martial dimension was 5,000 mana, which is a huge amount for me right now. I had to go to the juice bar and yank it out and stack a character just to do that one, and it was like my percentage of winning was like 47% or something, so I did utilize that tactic. Absolutely. And I don't judge anyone who does want to do that or doesn't. I just personally, I've that to me, like when you say stuff that feels like cheating, that
Welcome to
saves
the quest
stomach
shop.
or whatever you call it.
But yeah, I mean, everyone has a preference, and that's one of the beauties of this game is that you can play it however you want. In the past, I did a run where I had nothing but printies.
Did
And
you?
I tried beating the game with nothing but printies. Had like 20 of them. Of course, you still have the story characters because you
Please
can't
come
get
again.
through the game without
Looking for a
acquiring them. Or like another one that's pretty good
Please
is
come
when you
again.
have all arrows, because arrow characters, they have a chance to hit after you've attacked someone. Like one of your teammates will throw an arrow out after you've attacked. So if you have nothing but people that are throwing arrows, they're just getting like
Hey, this is
so
the skill
many
shop.
extra hits in. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Learn ability? How do you learn?
Yeah, go in there and learn an ability, and you got to spend mana to buy it. Some, like usually the top 3 of those on each character is a special one. Like at the top, what character we're using? Like Hawkeye or Sniping. That one with the exclamation mark. That's a special one for that character.
Attacking an enemy 3 or more panels away increases your accuracy by 100%. What the? Why have I not been doing these?
Yeah, it's really cool, but you have to make sure. See how it says cost 3? You have to make sure you have enough room on your ability
Train
that you
yourself
can
up.
use it, because you'll have to get rid of some of them sometimes.
I never do this. So... Oh.
So See, like that one has the 3 out of 7 is being used. So if you add another one that has 3, you'll have 6 out of 7. Like the Hawkeye, you added it to it. Now you only can add one more that has a cost of 1.
This is going to be interesting. I'm going to have a lot of fun tonight, actually, going through some of these these mechanics that I have not utilized before that I'm now going to. Now that I feel
it's fun learning new
comfortable
stuff
with
in this game. Some stuff just blows my mind sometimes.
Have you done ranked battles? I've never done one.
No, I haven't. The ranked internet battles, right?
Yes, let's see here. Welcome to the ranked battle shop. Use this to connect with other players and take them on in ranked battles. You can participate in games that don't affect your rate, and ones that do.
Yeah, Zyler says he burnt himself out on Disgaea 5 because he grinded it so hard and did so much to it. Yeah, it can be a lot, especially if you have more than 10 characters. Because like the max you can take out at one time is 10 characters. So basically you want to like focus just on 10 characters, right? But if you have 10 more characters, then you're splitting the time that you have between the 10 members.
Well, you can do a test battle too. I'm not gonna get into this on stream, but I was just.
No, yeah, I haven't tried it out. I don't think you can play live against another person's characters, but I think it takes their characters at that level set and lets you go against them. And they're controlled by the computer.
I have another question for you. Moving on to a different topic. I'm sorry. Squad shop. So I found it. I got a lot of criticism because people felt like I wasn't excited or I didn't express my excitement, pleasure with the squad shop as much in my video. And I don't have anything against the squad shop, but like, what am I missing that should have made me just been like jumping out of my chair, screaming and shitting all over the floor, I guess? Like, what?
My favorite thing in the squad shop, there's a specific squad where you can put the characters into it and they can learn each other's spells or each other's specials. And that's how you get the 3 different magics on the mage really fast. Like you put an ice mage in there and then a fire mage in there, and they can learn from each other. They can take that fire and learn it. Once you get it past level 1, you've learned it forever and you don't have to have that person in there no more.
Right well.
Rogue says there's a particularly important one to invest in. Which one is that, Rogue? I haven't got most of them because it's like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I don't have enough characters. I got one that says that it levels up the ones that are in, like, that you don't take into battle, basically. The ones that stay in base get, like...
It levels up the people in your base panel. That way when you throw a character into your base panel, they'll be able to beat them and capture them.
Yeah. Okay, so there's boot camp. Members get a portion of the leader's XP. The channeling squad, portion of the leader's mana.
Demi Crow said, I heard 6 had performance issues. How does this game run on the Switch? It runs way better.
Yeah, thank you so much, Demi, for the dono. Yes, the one thing that has absolutely floored me is the performance difference in 7 versus 6. A huge reason why I barely played 6 whatsoever is I hated how bad it performed even on performance mode. And I don't know, I probably should have just got over it and stopped being such a baby, but for some reason I hated it, even when I put it on performance. And in this game, I've always played it, whether it's docked or handheld, on quality mode. Not that there's a big difference, and it's run totally fine. On version 1, before the latest the update that they did when the game released, there was an issue where sometimes it would kind of have like in the base, only in the base. I'd be running, and when I went to the lower area of the main base, it would kind of like lock up for about 2 seconds, maybe. It was short, and then it would let me move again. But that's since they did the update when the game got released, it's run great.
Yeah, I was definitely impressed with the overall quality of it.
It was interesting though. I did have somebody in my Discord buy the game yesterday. I think I don't remember what system they got it for. The Switch, I think. And when they went to play the story, when they went to episode 1, it said, I don't know what episode 1's called, so I'll just make it up. But like the little voiceover was like, episode 1, Land of Make-Believe. But on the screen, it said episode 15, and it showed the episode 15 banner.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was nuts. So, like, I have never heard of anyone with that issue. That's crazy. And he even posted the video. If you go to the Discord, it's in the random chat. He posted his video of that happening. Like, it's schizophrenic because you can hear the person saying the right thing, but you're seeing something way wrong.
Yeah, that especially for that big of a difference, chapter 1 to chapter 15.
Yeah, well, and it's like yeah, it could be seen as a spoiler, really. When I
Right.
think of it that way.
Yeah, I'm almost done with the game. I just started.
Yeah. Well, and it would have been really bad if he would have actually went right into chapter 5. That would have been really.
You see,
really bad,
you see
really.
that one right there that you have highlighted, the cyber specialist. It increases accuracy, so you'd want to throw like the gunners or the arrow
range.
people in there.
Yeah. Prinny squad. I kind of want to do that just because I want a squad of Prinnies.
No, what it does is it just makes your normal characters that are a part of that group. If you throw them, they'll explode like a Prinny.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty. Let's see. So the other one that I've been wanting to do too is, does this game have a dentist? No, there's no dentist. They inherit evility, where you can create secret scrolls.
Yeah, you can make your own. I've actually never tried that.
Okay, so this is, I think, the one that Rogue was talking about earlier, Raise Innocence. This one says you can use the Innocent Farm at the item world.
Okay, yeah, so that's where you would have to do the thing that we were talking about, where you combine the residents, and then, well, I mean, you were already able to move them, but to combine them to bring out more strength.
Oh, okay. So that's one I'll have to ASAP too.
Yeah.
How do the class change things? Is there an advantage? Because like every time I reincarnate as the same class that I had before. Is there an advantage to going from class to class? Does it build your? Is that how you, like, if you wanted to build more even stats for a character? Would that be the advantage to it? Or I've never reincarnated and had different classes.
Yeah, when I do that, when I change reincarnate, I always keep them the same character. I don't know if that's like the same class or the same character, but for that, I think they're talking about changing your class. Like, say your character is an archer, and then you want to change them to a gunner. I think that's what that is. Rogue is the one who does a lot of the class stats and stuff. He loves to boost those class numbers and the stars and stuff.
Okay, I don't know anything about this. Do you know this one's called Meds Make Me Stronger? You can create wicked enhancement from the Netherworld Hospital. What are wicked enhancements? And is that something I should base?
I think those are like special items that, like, kind of like a candy or a bottle to get your SP back. The sodas. I think you just make items like that will either like boost your stats or give you HP. I don't know that. I don't know if that's new or not.
Vial,
Like a
it's like a
chemistry thing.
chemistry. there's a lot. I mean, like I said, this game is just.
Yeah, you could just probably go into like any part of this game and have a question. You know what I mean? There's so much to do.
Item
Do you
world
have
research,
any?
hmm?
Do you have a go-to way of doing item world? I just kind of have been playing with it a little bit lately. I don't know much about it.
I go into the item world. Sometimes if I can't beat a level, I'll go in the item world real fast and just level up the item itself. Not even really go through the first 10 levels. You can just go through 5 of them and it will boost it up 5 times. And maybe that's just a little nudge that you needed.
Please come again.
Usually though, I do like going at least 10. I know sometimes like floor 8, 9, and 10, they get really, really strong at that point.
I
I
just
know
like
in Disgaea 1, in the item worlds, we used to love fighting against the item gods. I have not been to an item god in a long time. Yeah, there's one thing that I really do though. I have
Welcome
a
to the
thief,
quest shop.
right? And the thief has a special where it can steal multiple items at the same time. Like you can steal about 6 items. And you can keep doing that every turn, and before you know it, you actually have stolen every item from
Please come
all
again.
the enemy characters on that level. And then you can just go in there and fight them because they're not that strong anymore. They don't have weapons to hit you, so they're hitting you for low numbers, and it
world
makes it
research,
easier to
mhm.
navigate through the item world. Okay, so he said the vial thing is new.
well, the vial thing is new.
I'll
Maybe
wait
The
we
a
should
bandit,
unlock
yeah,
it.
the
Let's
bandit or
unlock
the
it.
thief both have that ability where they can steal multiple items at the same time. You have a thief, right? Or a bandit, one of those two?
I think I do.
I would say stealing items is one of my favorite things to do on this game. It doesn't have to be in the item world, it can be in a story mode. But usually you find the better stuff in the item world when you're stealing.
That's actually something.
And like with the items that you steal, maybe it's not an item that you wanted, you can still sell it as well.
So, I guess I was saying how I go through and I find the people that are not strong. Like, so, like, this one's either way.
Right, you have to
No.
look for the ones that are like the color red that are against you. The blue ones, more than half the time, they'll vote yes in your way.
So, like, I'll do this with the ones that aren't. Like, I'll see, like, I find it.
Yeah, the gacha is also another source to get gear. Sometimes they give you some good stuff, and it's a good way to get items to sell as well. I know early in the game I was running out of money, and I did the gacha a couple times, and it just gave me a bunch of items, and then I went and sold them, and then I had more enough money to buy whatever I was trying to get.
You mean the infirmary?
What was that?
The Gasha in the infirmary?
Yeah, in the yeah, where you go to heal up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that all the time. Yeah, it's me. One of my favorites. That's what I was saying. I like the auto heal because when you do the auto heal, you never have to go. Like every time you hit base, you basically it'll
Yeah,
heal your characters and you'll get
that's
your
one thing they
points
did in
racked up.
6 that I thought was kind of strange. On Disgaea 6, they had it like that, where as soon as you got out of the map, you were already healed.
They did that
Wait, so you don't have
automatically
to go to the
without you turning
hospital
that
to do
on?
no more?
I think Rogue wants to talk about Poltergeist and auto battle a little bit.
The auto battle. I haven't messed around with the auto battle on Disgaea 7 yet. I mean, I tried it a few times, but I didn't like go into depth on it. It's not as easy as the auto battle was on Disgaea 6, where you can just put some rubber bands around your controller and let the game play itself. This, you still kind of have to push the buttons
Welcome to the
and-
quest shop.
to get the levels to go, you know what I mean?
Did you have anything you wanted to say about it, Rogue? They limited it for a reason. Yeah, I mean, I think from what I understand of what I saw from the community, the way that auto battle was handled in 6 was caused a lot of discontent with fans.
Yeah,
People
for the
didn't
people
like
that love to put in the grind, against people who don't like to grind that much, it gave them, like, someone could go
Please
to work
come
and just
again.
have their game playing all day,
Lost
come back and
lambs.
they're thousands
This
of
is the
levels
hospital.
stronger, you know?
I mean, it's a single player game. People want to. I've always kind of felt like that though. Like when it comes to single player games, it's like, who cares? I guess.
Yeah. And it just comes down to preference at that point.
Like it doesn't really affect anybody else how somebody plays it.
I thought it was pretty cool, especially like they had a level where characters would just keep coming out if you didn't kill the geo panels. So the characters would just keep coming out. You could just sit there and play that whole level all day, have it on auto battle, and it could play for 8 hours. You come back, your characters are all jacked up. And...
That's wild.
he is right. That is why they did nerf the auto battle in this game. But I thought it was pretty good wordplay that they used with the poltergeist instead of poltergeist. It was like poltergeist. Really cool, really cool. They always come up with cool names in these Disgaea games for certain things. Like for instance, even money is called hell. Let's go raise some hell. Let's go raise some money. Let's go raise some hell.
Exactly. Okay, so interesting. So I'm looking at the wicked enhancements. That's
Yeah.
hard to say. So it looks like I can pick, HP up, defense up, intelligence up, or hit up. And then I can say administer medicine. It says it's going to cost 100.
I think you have to mix.
It wouldn't let me pick any other one. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I was going to do, but
Yeah, you can't do it on the second or the third slot there.
it just skips them. I don't know if maybe I have to level this up more. Or...
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Because there's 1 day left. Is that a real life day? Does cost RP, the same currency for gacha. Oh,
okay. Well, that's cool.
That's
It doesn't
really good.
cost money. It just costs the RP. Yeah, he's right. It's right there.
So no, essentially you have to use the Dark Assembly to enhance it more, which gives
May
you
God
more
watch
slots.
over
Okay,
you.
okay. So yeah, I wonder if
There.
there's a Dark Assembly that's opened up.
Since you used it already.
Because, oh yeah, keep using Wicked enhancements. It's 1500. There's compound enhancements. You can use Wicked enhancements multiple times. Wow, this gets another rabbit hole.
Right.
This game is just endless with this. I love it though. That's what makes this so good.
Yeah, and like different
Welcome
days,
to the
you'll
quest
you'll
shop.
have different ideas of what to do on the certain things. Like, okay, today I just want to do all item world. You could just be leveling up one item for like 4 hours. Then that item is so nice.
Please come again.
I know I do that sometimes at bed. I decide like, well, do I want to just item world until I fall asleep, or do I want to play a story? Like, what do I want to do?
Disgaea has put me to sleep more than any game I've ever played in my life. Before I even played the game, my brother was the one who originally bought the game. And when he played it, I was like, I thought it was lame. I was like, this game, whatever. I thought it was like Final Fantasy Tactics,
Oh,
And
hey,
then-
welcome.
He would play the game right before I was about to fall asleep, and I'd be like, play that game that you played. It helped me fall asleep the other day. And then after a while, I started watching him play, and I got into it big time.
Oh, C4 is a thief, technically.
Yeah, I don't think she has the stealing option, though, like the thief and the bandit do.
What the...
That's why I think the thief is the best character, because when I went to fight Val, I had to steal his items in order to beat him. He had 4 like super overpowered items, and my thief was so strong that I was able to steal them.
I don't have a thief then, I guess. Okay, so
I think if you backtrack like how you can revisit some of the levels and
Going
get
so
new
soon?
characters and stuff. There is a character where you can get a thief real fast from there. I forget what chapter it is though.
Well, yeah, I'm
You know what I mean
surprised
by
I
that?
haven't ran into one. I didn't actually think about this. I haven't done sightseeing. Sightseeing.
Yeah, that's what
I
it is.
really
sightseeing.
like sightseeing a lot. Did I do sightseeing? No, I did do sightseeing for 5. I did. I remember I did it.
Yeah, so I forget what chapter it is, but one of them has a thief in there.
I must not have gotten to that part yet because I've gotten all of them, unless. Oh no, wait! You guys, I think both of you guys were telling me to come back to them even after you've completed them, to come back later after you've completed more episodes because they change, or do they not change?
I don't know if they change. There's usually a character that has like an exclamation mark over their head, and that's the ones that you can fight, and then they'll join
Mm-hmm.
your team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my gunner fodder, as I call them. Always
I
send
think
the
this one is the
gunners
one
in.
that had a bunch
Oh!
of crabs in.
I didn't see this one. I wonder if it's because I hadn't unlocked Sea Fairy before though, or Sea whatever it's.
Yeah, the sea creature, that character right there.
So yeah, Rogue thinks that C4 does have.
Consider her as a thief. She needs to get that skill. I mean, I didn't use her too
How many
much
crimes?
when I played the Japanese version, so I don't know if she actually does have that skill or not.
I hate the perspective sometimes. I have
Yeah.
just a bad.
No, I can see, like, especially on this level, after you had said that, I was like, yeah, it does kind of look a little odd.
Well, it's like
But, I
sometimes
mean, that's like the default angle.
I've had a couple times too. Like last night, I can't remember what I was doing, but like I moved my character because I looked like I was literally right in front of the character, and then I couldn't hit them. I'm like, what do you mean no enemies to attack? And I shifted the screen a couple times, and it was like they were way far away from me. It was one of those
Yeah,
things
I've
that
had
you
that
know where you
happen
take a
before.
picture of something that's like up on the camera or whatever, and back behind it looks like a giant or something. It was like
Yeah.
that kind of a perspective. Yeah, no, I saw that Rogue. Yeah, that's what I had made comment about that. Yeah. She's listed as a
Yeah, he was saying go and check her stats to check out her specials to see if that's one of the ones that she has. I don't know what level you have her at either.
I know, I don't use C4 often. I like her as a character, I just don't.
Well, she's at level 30, so she should have that
whoa,
special.
wrong one.
No,
It's-
that was the right one.
It's in the
There you go.
specials list? Or ability?
Yeah, see, she doesn't have the stealing.
She has 50% chance of stealing after defeating an enemy unit as an ability.
Stealing after defeating. So what? She defeats an enemy, and it gives one of the items, kind of like she stole it, but she defeats them to steal it.
Yeah, sounds like it. 50%.
Huh. I definitely haven't used her enough then.
I like these
'Cause
little
she
animated.
can steal items by beating enemies. That's pretty good. Because when, like, if you're a thief or the bandit, when you try to steal something, you're not attacking the enemy. You're just trying to steal an item. But if you can attack the item or attack the enemy and get the item, that's awesome.
50% chance, though, that's just a coin flip, right? There's no way that, like, you know what I mean? The odds of you flipping bad
Okay,
is high.
I'm thinking, now that my memory serves me back, I think it is episode 6 where you get the thief when you do sightseeing on episode 6.
Oh, so I'll have to beat 6 then. You have to beat
Yeah.
the episodes before you can sightsee. Pretty
Right,
sure.
yeah. Look, that's the Maiko character right there. You can't get her in this level, but that was what that character was. Or
Oh.
Maiko.
Yeah.
think this one is where you got that level 19 female warrior.
Probably.
And then there should be like a mage down there too.
I feel like I've gotten. I think I've gotten everything.
Yeah, you pretty much have.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Some of these. So one thing I want to say, just in about the game, like with we were talking about story and stuff too. I love. So like episode 1 was a good intro. 2 was okay. 3 started to kind of get some story. 4 was when the levels start to get fun, in my opinion. Like, episode 4 was just fun, and then 5 was like, oh, really fun, and then 6 has been fun so far too.
Yeah,
like,
episode
really
4,
cool
I
how they
really
do
liked
that.
the level layout of that chapter, or of that episode. You know that part right there where it's loading? If you push the button, you can get that printing to spin faster.
Oh, I love when games do that. It happens so quick though. I usually don't.
Yeah,
That's funny. I'll
usually
try
you
to do that next time.
don't have enough time, but usually I've noticed that it's when you turn the game, not turn it on, but when you go into your save file, like you load it up, that's the longest time that does that loading screen.
Yeah.
And that's when you push the button and you make the printing spin fast.
So Ryzen says it feels like this game is a time vampire in a good way. So I would say again, and this is the beauty of Disgaea, in my opinion, is that it can be. It can be. Like, the game gives you the option to do that. If you want to beat Disgaea in, I don't know how long it takes to normally beat it, because I don't play it normally, but maybe 30 hours, something like that. You could do that, but if you want to spend the whole rest of your life and become an old man playing Disgaea, you can also do it.
Right. And depending on, like, if you have that good resident in your item, it definitely makes a huge difference on, like, say you're just trying to get your character to level 9999, and then you want to reincarnate and get to level 9999 again, you know?
Man, I'm gonna get into that stuff a lot more. I'm really glad you brought that.
And like how you were saying that you felt like kind of like a noob because a lot of this stuff's new to you. The more you play the game, it'll just become secondhand nature to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And before you know it, you'll be able to talk about all this stuff with ease. Like, oh, you know, I know all about this. I know all about that. I've, you know, barely touched this. Like how Rogue, he's done a lot of things that I usually don't do in the game, like messing with the cheat shops and the different classes. How he gets all the stars up on all of them and stuff.
Yeah, I think. And I'd have to ask Rogue. I think he'd be down with it, but I think I might do another stream like this at some point soon.
Bring him in
and have him on and get his perspective too. But I want to, now that I've gotten some stuff from you, I want to digest that and kind of work with that a little bit more, because it's one of those things, like anything with learning, right? Like you learn, the more you learn, the kind of more you know what to ask, so to speak, and new questions come up from learning.
Can you go back to your squad shop?
Yes.
This is the squad shop.
Because there was one squad. When you went in earlier, I wasn't really looking at it. I was just more listening to you at that point. I'm trying to remember which one it is that allows you to learn the other. You might not have it yet.
Yeah, I didn't see that yet.
Life support. No. Capable. You want to earn XP.
Yeah, we'll set something up.
Yeah, maybe you don't have the one that I'm thinking of, but it's my favorite squad out of all the ones there is, because it allows you to learn. Like, you have a healer, and you have a mage, a fire mage, if they're in that same group together, your healer can learn how to do fire.
Mm.
And, I don't know, just to have different magics.
You
I
wish
think
to
that's what
research?
makes a character OP. That's why like most people say, hey, you know, I have a mage that's at this level and he has all the magics. That character is incredible because they can hit the guy from the other side of the stage. And, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I
But
can
yeah,
definitely
this
see that
game,
being
I mean,
cool.
you can get lost in it, as you can
Please
see.
come again.
We could sit here and talk for hours upon hours. Oh, this, that, and you know. There is
This
one
is the squad shot.
story that I wanted to bring up. I don't know if
Okay.
I've ever told you this or not, but we used Disgaea in the court of law,
Fight
and it
well.
helped my brother defeat a court case.
That's awesome. How'd that happen?
Because some girl, she had accused my brother of calling her and threatening her. So he got served a subpoena and he had to go to court. And me and my other friend, Guillermo, who all three of us were around each other that night, we were playing Disgaea. So when they were like, so where were you? What were you doing that night? Oh, I was playing Disgaea. Well, we said we were playing video games, and they're
Yeah.
like, what video game? We said,
I
Disgaea.
watch from the shadows.
Oh, I've never heard of that. The lady that was typing it out, she's like, how do you spell that? And then they're like, what are you doing in the game? We were level grinding. We were taking turns playing levels, me, my brother, and my friend Guillermo. And when he went up on the stand, my friend Guillermo, he said the same thing. We were playing Disgaea. So, because we were with my brother that night, we knew it wasn't him who had called the girl. And because we were able to say, hey, we were playing Disgaea that night. He was not doing this. He was not calling you, threatening you. We were playing Disgaea. And he got away. I mean, he didn't do it, of course, but
Yeah. That's cool.
I just thought it was cool that we used the game in the court of law and it worked, you know?
There's a court transcript somewhere where this guy
yeah.
is in it.
I'm pretty sure we're the only people that ever said that in the court law system. This Gaia, that's what we were doing.
So, I have to be really silly here, but I pulled up, if you go into
Let's
the
get this recorded.
records,
I
you
watch
can
from the
see
shadows.
like pretty much everyone who's saved. So the total number of record uploaders, which basically means how many people have played the game to a point where it's saved, as long as they're connected to the internet, it's at 3,903 right now.
So only 3,900 or 3,900 people have played the game to where it was able to save.
I'm pretty sure it's regional, or not regional, like regional is in like the US, but I'm not sure.
Right. Look at total amount of damage. 745 billion.
Some of these are fun to look at, but one thing that I did right away when this game was brand new is I took a picture of
Oh my gosh, look at the bath scene.
Yep, I got the bath scene. I was gonna use it for a thumbnail. So here's
That's nice.
here's my first time I started the game. This is what it said.
Only 19 people. Nice. Oh, and they started the amount of damage at 0
Yup.
billion. It started
Yeah.
at billion though.
Yeah, I wanted to
That's
take a
awesome.
screenshot of it so I could see after the game came out like how much like that progresses, and yeah, it's really
I don't know, that makes me kind
substantial.
of think that not too many people have this game though. I mean, it did just drop yesterday, but I believe this game is so good that there would be way more people that have bought it and played. Maybe half the people haven't played it yet. It's just sitting there, you know. So many
Please
people
visit
might have
again.
just bought it for the collection.
That I also wonder, I don't know why they would, but maybe if they weren't connected to the internet, like if they played offline, they had their online turned off, it wouldn't.
So it
affect
hadn't read it yet.
Yeah, because it would have to be uploaded to the servers.
I had never checked out that part of the data shop like that. That is very interesting. I bet you like by the end of the week that number is going to be out of control.
It's insanely grown just since yesterday. Like yesterday, it shot way up from where it was. 'Cause it was not big.
Check everyone's records. That's crazy. Oh, you know what else too? Is it for all systems or is it just for how many people have had it on the Switch?
I'm kind of also assuming it's probably just for the Switch. It's probably just for Switch, and it's probably just for the US.
Yeah. Okay, so region and system.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of data missing from it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you can tell how many people bought Disgaea, period. Disgaea, what is traditionally really been known as a Sony product, really, I think. Most of the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
And another thing that take in consideration, too, because I've had a lot of people ask me this, and I've been really clear about making this known to people, is that Disgaea 6 performed so terrible on the Switch. Most people, or at least a lot of people I've talked to, really, no one pre-ordered this for the Switch because they didn't want it to run like 6 did, right?
Right.
Which is totally fair.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense.
And so it probably has even less people right now, especially, people waiting for reviews, people waiting to see gameplay themselves before buying it for the Switch is probably more likely than people who pre-ordered it under blind faith.
Yeah. No, that is a good point that you brought up. I never thought about it like that, but it does make a lot of sense because 6 wasn't the greatest for the Switch, that's for sure. I never actually got a chance to ever play any Disgaea game on the PS5 yet, so I don't know how well it runs. But I did pick up the PC version of Disgaea 7, and I was loving it when I did my stream the other night. Just everything felt a tad bit better than it did on the Switch.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, even so, I told you I bought 4. Even, well, I mean, 4 is a bad comparison though, because 4 is still 2D.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was gonna say the textures
I don't
and
know,
stuff.
I think Disgaea 6 turned a lot of people off on the more 3D type Disgaea game, but I feel like Disgaea 7 took Disgaea 6 back to Disgaea 5, but still kept it 3D. You know, if that makes sense?
I
I think Disgaea 7 is great. It's super impressive to me. It's what 6 wishes it was, or I could see maybe this is the point they were trying to get with it.
Sure.
But it just wasn't there yet.
Well, Will, I kept you a lot longer than I told you I would.
Yeah. Well, when you're in the item world, time flies, huh?
But I appreciate you coming in today, man. This was a ton of fun, and yeah, I think this is a good spot now. Are you good, or did you have more to say? I'm sorry.
I mean, like I said, I could talk about the game for hours upon hours, but yeah.
Please visit again.
If you guys
It's a
haven't
great
checked
game.
out,
I don't know how other people feel, but when I see people play this game on a stream or like a review, like how you did, I get super amped up, and it makes me want to play the game badly. I see someone do something, and it gives me an idea in my brain, like, oh, you see how they did that? Oh, okay, I'm gonna do that with this character. And
it is fun like that, yeah.
yeah, I mean, watching you play it, watching Rogue play it, I watched another person play it, and I was just like, man, this is awesome. And of course, I'm sitting there watching it like, okay, let me turn my game on while I'm watching this and play along, while they're... I play this game while people are streaming the game.
I do it all the time. I do that all the time. I really do. Let's real quick here. Rogue says, shockingly, number of uploaders 343 on PS.
Ah.
not what I expected.
Yeah. Well, like you said, the Disgaea 6 left a nasty taste in people's mouth. So maybe they'll see this stream right here and it'll make them want to buy it.
Hopefully.
Willy Will the Shield. When you were saying that the other night, I was cracking up.
I know that was terrible. I was like all promotional. I don't know what it was. All right.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys haven't checked out Green Slate Gaming, do so. There should be tags that you can click in the description, and even the title I think is a clickable tag to check them out as well. Also, Rogue Medic Dragoon in the chat. Hopefully we'll get him on one time and he can teach me some stuff as well. But I want to thank everyone for coming out. And a huge thanks to Will for dedicating some time for
Yeah,
us.
thank you, man. I had a blast.
And thank you guys so much, and thank you, Will. And we will catch you all on the next one. If I can find the stream ending. That didn't work. Okay, well, I'll catch you guys later.